What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. It's Dev. We are here. A little different video. We're reacting to my 2022 Spotify Wrapped, doing a little something different. You know what I mean? We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about some music. Obviously, I love music. You know what I mean? Music's great. Music makes up a big portion of my life. Now, Spotify doesn't cover all of the music I listen to, especially like minutes wise. Now, the artists and everything is true. But minutes, I do listen to a lot of music on YouTube when I'm like here. You know what I mean? When I'm at home. But everywhere else, a lot of music. Especially at work, in my car. A lot of music being played. So, let's start off. You know, the little tiny cool little, you know, factoids for you are cool. So I guess I explored 71 different genres, and that's, I guess, there's a lot of subgenres you can consider, and I do diversify, but there is a point in this Spotify Wrapped where it kind of, I feel judged a little bit. My top genres, rap number 1. I listen to a lot of rap. Number 2 is underground hip hop. You know, a lot of MF Doom. You know, Suicide Boys are in there, and you know, a lot of other shit. Puya. Number 3 is indie pop. Yeah, yes, I do like me some indie pop. You know, Clairo, Girl in Red, a bunch of names. You know, Solange, Steve Lacy. I would just consider that pop. Vaz, Chromatics, Eilish. I do like Billie Eilish. I do. Billie Eilish. Well, a lot of different stuff. Doja Cat. I would just consider her pop though, but. Number 4 is rock. Yes, I do like me some rock. You know, Perfect Circle, Incubus, Alice in Chains, Limp Bizkit, Korn. So many. Deftones. I love Deftones. Deftones is great. And I never was a big fan for a while up until recently, which is crazy to think. Like up until recently, I wasn't like huge into Deftones, but got some bangers, and it took me forever to realize it. To a total of 58,175 minutes total. I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot. But I wonder how much it would add if I were to add, you know, like my YouTube stats. Does YouTube do end of the year like stats? Like end of the year roundup. My if they do, I'm excited to look at mine. That'll be fun. But yeah, it says that's more than 94% of other listeners in the United States. That's still 6%, so that's still a really big portion of people. You know what I mean? Very big portion. There's a lot of people. So this one, it was with one song. It was Love at First Listen, and that was EA. The song's a banger. It goes hard. It's just. The beat, the production on it. 21 goes in. Young Nutty, whatever, how the fuck you pronounce it. Shit's solid. You know what I mean? Shit is solid. Shit's fire. Shit's heat. I'm sorry. Shit is heat. I played it 150 times with the most listens on February 20th, 2022. Why did I listen to that song so much on that day? Was it the day? Let me see if that's the. It was the day I added it to my playlist, February 20th, 2022. That's hilarious. I listen to that song a lot, huh? I played 4,209 songs, but these played again. Obviously, EA is there. You know, Tell 'em is just. When it released last year, I was so hyped. Obviously, there was leaks before, but I was just excited to get the full song. And it's just, it's a banger. In the production on that song, just the beat, everything is tremendous. It's so fucking good. You know what I mean? And Snot is great. And then Remind You by Flying Lotus. That is Flammagra. I always don't know how to pronounce that album, but it is a great album by Flying Lotus. my favorite producer besides like Jay Dilla, Six, even Logic himself. This song, I mean, it's beautiful. It encapsulates a vibe that I can't explain in words. You know what I mean? It's one of those songs for me. It came out in 2019. I've been listening to it ever since that album came out, because I remember when that album came out. It was a very wild time in my life. Not like in a bad way. It was just like I was 18. I was getting active. I was doing things, working, and you know, all sorts of shit, I guess. But yeah, this song is just let's give it a listen. Fantastic song. Fantastic. I mean, the production. Shout out to Flying Lotus, man. You're a legend in my eyes. You're one of the greats. Personally, the great for me. Like, I've been listening to that album, just that Flamigura alone, like for the last 3 years or whatever it's been out. Man, dude, so fucking good, and it does not get the love it deserves. You know what I mean? It's so underrated in your catalog. I mean, you got other pieces of work that are fantastic, but man, Orville by Logic. Logic making an appearance this late into the game. Here, Jim. You know, Logic. What a year it's been, because I saw Logic live. He recognized me and my friends, and you know, was like, yo, what up, blah 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 blah. It was a great time. It was a very, very great time. I've been a fan of Logic since fucking 2012, 2013, since I was like 11, 12 years old. Just he's been there through my life, and like, it's just nostalgia plays a big factor, but I still enjoy his music to this day. And Orville was the song. That was the song this year, and I can't believe it was that one. But it wasn't just that one. There's a bunch of other songs from Vinyl Days that came out this year. Vinyl Days was a fucking fantastic album. This man's back, and College Park. Get ready for that shit. College Park's gonna be good. College Park is gonna be insane. It is. And I cannot wait for whenever that comes out. If you're watching this, anybody that never mind. And the number 5, Livin' Loose by George Clanton. You know, we gotta play it. Well, we gotta both play Orville. You guys know this one. So there's that. But Livin' Loose by George Clanton. Oh my god. This song is like. This song is the embodiment of just heaven. The embodiment of your soul leaving your body. It is maybe the best song that's ever been made. It's a hot take. It's an insane hot take, but it's my personal opinion. My opinion. Just a perfect song. Just a perfect song. So underrated. Once again, so underrated. But maybe not. Maybe it's a very well-known song, and I'm just in my own reality. I have no idea. I know EA is not underrated. I know Tell 'Em's not underrated. Remind You is definitely underrated. Orville, properly rated. And then Livin' Loose, I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people listen to that song. I heard it from Logic. He played it on one of his streams. I was like, I love this song. This song is insane. And I'm going to listen to this forever. And that's how it makes my top 5 of 2022. But Logic has once again, he will not be dethroned as the king of my Spotify. He will forever hold that spot. I'm surprised Suicide Boys was not in the top 5 this year. That's crazy. But hey, I don't listen to them as much anymore. I don't. I mean, I still love their music. Fuck, but I don't listen to them as much anymore. Yeah, I spent 9,152 minutes with Logic this year compared to the other, what was it, 58,000. So that's, that's a good margin. I didn't listen to him too much where it's like, oh my god, I'm being overstimulated by Logic. I diversified myself this year, and that's a props to myself. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. Because that's one thing I do need to do more is diversify, and this year I definitely did that. I did. So yeah, I was in the 0.01% of I was in the top 0.1% of Logic listeners this year, so that's cool. In previous years I was like the 0.001%, but hey, like I said, diversifying. But here's the part, here's the moment everybody's been waiting for. If you care about this video, if you made it to the end, congratulations, you're here. Welcome. What do you get? I don't know. My top 5 artists of 2022. At number 5, we have Kendrick Lamar, and that is valid. You know what I mean? He dropped an album this year, and it was a very, very good album. We reacted to it, posted on YouTube, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. It was very, very good. I don't think it's his best, but that's not saying it's bad. It's like saying I don't think Damn is his best. I think it might be in the bottom tier, but it's not a bad album. I have so much, there's so much replay value on that album because it's full of bangers. But I mean, you have songs like Savior, you have Auntie Diaries, Heartfelt, amazing. The Heart Part 5, great. Purple Hearts was great. We Cry Together was a wild reaction. That was insane. That was really cool. You got fucking Silent Hill, went hard. Like I said, Savior went hard. That song is just, it's too good. Dude, this song is going to take me into a space that I haven't been. The last time I really listened to this, this album was on repeat for a couple months. I know that for sure. And then I haven't really been listening to it as much lately. And as soon as I just heard that, it took me into a space because I used to be streaming a lot before I started this YouTube shit, like full time almost. I streamed a lot, and it just took me into that mindset, and I don't like it. I mean, I don't mind it. I'm not saying I don't like it, but it's like weird. I've been in this like YouTube content mode. It's so different to streaming, and I prefer this way. I love the editing. I love just talking with the camera. You know what I mean? Kendrick Lamar at number 5. Number 4, rest in peace to one of the greats, Mac Miller. Just great. He really helped me through some not tough times, mainly just transitioning from like high school into like adulthood, I guess, going to college and everything. Who missed that? And I still listen to him all the time. He at least plays once or twice. Not once or twice, but there's always something from him that plays. So many bangers. Rest in peace. One of the greats, man. One of the greats. Number 3 is another one of the greats. This is the first top 5 that I've had that makes total sense. Shockingly enough, this makes total sense. And this aligns with almost my personal top 5 favorite rappers. In number 3, which I don't think, actually it is number 3, I think it is JPEG Mafia. And not I think, it is on this list, but in my all time, I don't think I would put JPEG Mafia at number 3, but I think I have to, considering the next 2, if you guys can take a guess. But yeah, JPEG Mafia. Bangers, 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 insane, trippy. Oh my god, I'm dying. Veteran. Oh my god. Dude. All My Heroes Are Cornballs. Insane shit. Veteran, I remember that was the first thing I listened to by JPEG Mafia. It was coming down from a psychedelic experience, I will say. Unfortunately, I didn't listen to this during the peak of that experience, because the peak of that experience was the most insane experience that I've ever experienced on that sort of psychedelic substance. I do not encourage anybody to do that, but If I would have listened to this album at least 2 hours earlier that night, I would have been in a different realm. This was just me coming down, and I was still like, what the fuck is going on? Because I was like, dude, this is insane. Because I heard 1539 North Calvert, and I was like, dude, this is good. And it wasn't like trippy or anything, but like my headspace at the time was like hearing things. I was like, okay, I sense something here. So I was like, all right, let's go into the second song, and that's where the everything just went like, whoa. Enough with the goofiness. And you have All My Heroes Are Cornballs, dude. All My Heroes Are Cornballs. Such a amazing time. 2019. What day was that? I was at my dad's. I remember that. The album dropped. I was like, oh shit. And I don't think it was on a standard like Friday. It might have been. Or it might have been on a Saturday. I don't know. But I just remember he was downstairs, I was upstairs, and I was like, all right, I'm connecting this shit to the speaker. And I was like, oh my God, because I already heard Jesus Forgive Me, I'm a Thought. You know what I mean? That was a single leading up to the album. And that song is already fantastic. So I was like, all right, I'm going to play that. I was like, this is fire. And because I love transitions in songs. And he is one of the best artists when it comes to transitions into songs and transitions within albums and letting an album flow just coherently. And Keenan versus Kel has nothing to do with Keenan versus Kel, but besides the melody of the song, like the beat switch ups. And I think that song is amazing. I love that song. I remember getting hyped as fuck when that came on. I was like, oh my God, that switch up. One thing I have noticed with Peggy, though, is a lot of his fans are white. It's a very true thing. So let's move on to number 2. Number 2 will be Denzel Curry. Ladies and gentlemen, Denzel Curry. Fire album this year. He did. All Denzel Curry drops is W's. That's all he drops. They're all perfect. Melt My Eyes See Your Future. I mean, Melt Session. Intro. The intro track right away gets you right hooked in. Perfect. Production. The flow. Lyrical. It's great. Walkin'. One of the best singles of the year. Honestly. It's such a good song. You know, the message behind it. The music video's message. Very good. Worst Comes to Worst. That's a 3-track. That's... Dude, Golden State Warriors vibes right now. John Wayne, didn't love it, but didn't hate it. The Last, insane. Mental is okay. Troubles, I'm not a big fan of. Ain't No Way is amazing. X-Wing is so unique, and I fucking love it. So good. Angels, so good. Smell of Death, very good. Sanjuro, oh. Zatauchi, or however the fuck you pronounce it. Featuring Slow Thigh. However the fuck you pronounce that. That's also one of the best produced tracks of the year. I think that beat is amazing. And then The Ills. Honestly, it's a perfect album. Going back through it, just thinking back to all these songs, it's so good. It's so good. Maybe my favorite album of this year. Maybe I might have to do an album ranking from what I've listened to. Maybe listen to some more shit before the end of the year so I can come up with a definitive listening. But happy December, by the way. It is now December 1st as I am recording this, and obviously you're going to see this on December 1st, but it is 12:04 a.m., so that is crazy. It is December. One more month until 2023, dude. I can't believe it. Football's almost over. It's almost playoff time. The Bears, I'm going to have to wait a whole almost half a year until I get to see Justin Fields and the new and improved Bears team after this $100 million cap space that we have, and we're about to spend it on so much. We have so much draft capital. We can trade back if we get like the second pick overall, maybe the first pick. We can trade back and get some draft capital for next year, and also get our edge rusher or a 3 technique, and we'll be golden. Get a wide receiver, get a O lineman, a veteran O lineman, on that line through free agency, maybe a couple. You know, I think Tevin Jenkins is that guy. I think Braxton Jones is that guy. I think Cody Whitehair is that guy. You need to fill Larry Borom and Sam Mustipher spot. What you need to do. Chicago. And then defense. The defense is hard. It's rancid. You need to draft another good cornerback, or maybe get one in free agency, maybe make a trade. That is my Spotify Wrapped 2022. We'll leave it off on a pretty ironic note, ending on the video thing for Spotify Wrapped on your phone that I'll show you guys is Kanye. I wonder, and to end the year off with a bang with Kanye, ironically, also unironically. No, ironically, I'm kidding. Kanye is a scary man right now. There's some things that he says that you're like, okay, I can jump behind that, and then he starts blaming specific groups of people, and I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. And then he's hanging out with people like Nick Fuentes, literal neo-Nazi. So what are you gonna do about that? So it's pretty disgusting behavior. And then Milo Yiannopoulos, fucking weirdo, like absolute creep. That was my Spotify Wrapped 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, if you want more music stuff, let me know down in the comments below. And hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for daily videos every single day. From me on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. And all the social media is down in the description below. And we'll catch ya for another video. Goodbye.